welcome to a brand new episode of Sequel Rights, the podcast where we take a look at the franchises that make you go, they made how many of those? And we give each and every sequel a fair trial. My name is Justin Camps, and I'm here with
Elizabeth Helly
and
Tyler Hymanson.
And we are back, chugging along in the Lake Placid universe.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it. Yeah. I didn't come up with it. I think it was Tyler.
Yeah.
Was it you?
I think we were just musing at Beyond Fest.
Yeah,
We were like, there has to be a portmanteau here somewhere.
Yeah, we were trying to figure it out.
It was a group effort. It was a group effort. But we're here back talking crocodiles yet again with Lake Placid 2 this week. Mm-hmm. And we have a very special guest with us. Returning guest Matt Dartnell is with us.
Hello.
Matt, I already told Eliz to tell you we're so sorry that you're joining for this movie.
I didn't tell him because I wasn't sorry.
I was going to make the same joke. I'm a fan of the podcast. I need to know where this falls as far as the worst movies you guys have ever covered.
Oh, boy, it's not even in the top 10.
No, I don't know about that. We'll have to think about it.
It could be.
We'll have to think about it.
Also, we're just getting started.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're barely getting started.
You guys have 5 more of this franchise alone.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot. But thank you for being here as part of our support group.
That's right.
Talking
Victims of Lake Placid.
too. Before we get too far into things, we got a couple announcements. Eliz, where can people reach out?
You can find us on Instagram, Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube at Sequel Rights, or to send us an email at sequelrights@gmail.com.
And rate and review wherever you're listening. Ratings go a long way to help other people finding the show. However, if you do have to give, that 1-star review, it's fair because we said we were done with animal movies and we done fucked up. We're doing all the animals again. We cannot
Just love
escape.
animals.
We just
they
love
lend
them.
themselves to
That's
sequels, franchises. Yeah.
That's right. And I guess I only really have one announcement that I wanted to make at the start here. I wanted to say that some exciting news for you fans of our hopefully hilarious AI songs at the end of each episode. We are now up on Spotify.
Ooh.
You might be saying, wait, aren't you guys already on Spotify with the podcast? But no, we're on Spotify now as an artist, putting up our these AI songs for you to listen to whenever you want. If you don't want to skip to the end of the podcast every time. If you want a repeat listen, right now, as you hear this, you can check out Anaconda Gonna Get Ya, Let Me See That Tooth, and I believe Snakes in Love will be up by the time you're hearing this as well.
Oh,
and
boy.
I'll be uploading all the ones, even the
old
one
ones?
from. Yeah, well, I've got a plan for those. But
okay.
Eventually, the old ones will go up too, but right now we're gonna just kind of chug along with the Lake Placid.
So do you
universe.
make like 1/100th of 1 cent or something?
If anyone listens.
Oh, okay.
If people listen, then yeah. I mean, you can actually also, if you really wanted to support us, I believe you can buy them on iTunes.
Whoa.
Wow.
They are up everywhere. So if you want to support the band, aka the podcast, let's stream those songs, give us some numbers, buy them on MP3 or Amazon or wherever they
Oh
are.
my God.
Go for it.
Coming to vinyl soon.
Oh man, yes, I would love that.
Oh boy.
I'll make it happen. You can do that, custom vinyl.
Yeah.
Well, this is like a technical question, but when you make the AI songs, do you own them after that?
I think there's still some question about all of that.
The courts must decide.
Because I don't think that I don't think you can currently attribute copyright to AI. But I'm not
okay.
Yeah.
sure.
Oh well.
I have input some stuff into it, like lyrics and stuff. So
Yeah.
there's it's not totally AI.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
There's some partial
Yeah.
non-AI stuff, but. Anyways, I have fun, and I also wanted to just easily listen to them again. So I was
Yeah.
I'm going to put them up. Let's do it.
We need Tanning Bed Too Hot for sure.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
indeed.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get. My plan is to re-release those the next time another movie's coming out.
Okay.
So next year, I'll start slowly putting out all the Air Bud ones.
Indeed.
As we get ready for.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's the other film news is that Air Bud has been found.
Oh,
yeah.
he's been found.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know off the top of my head, but there are 2.
Is it a golden
that have
retriever?
been cast? Yeah.
Different type of dog this time.
Golden Receiver.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
That is exciting. Can't wait. 2026, here we come. More animals for us, please. Speaking of that, why don't we get into our discussion on the straight to video or sci-fi?
No, straight to
channel or
sci-fi.
whatever it is.
Back when it was spelled with eyes.
Yeah,
That's right.
I did see that.
straight
As
to
God,
your
that
TV.
was
As
something.
God intended.
That was something that upset me at one point.
I mean,
It was weird.
I'm like you. I'm sure you guys changed this for SEO purposes.
Right, exactly.
But I'm mostly like, this looks wrong.
Yeah.
Ugly. Like,
I thought it was like a legal thing, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
No, I don't.
It felt like
they just-
marketing to
it
me.
was marketing.
It felt like
yeah.
marketing.
Okay.
I can
you
tell you
say
that's what it
so.
felt like that year at Comic-Con. And I was like, nice
people
try.
that brought you freeform.
Yeah.
All right. Lake Placid 2. Back to Maine. Here we go.
In a quiet town, on a peaceful lake, just below the surface, a killer waits.
What the?
This January, the only way to survive
Get eaten.
is to fight back.
Mine's bigger. It's all on how you use it.
Lake Placid 2, coming soon to DVD.
Oh, okay, DVD.
Coming soon to DVD.
I enjoy that not only is this a straight to video movie, but it was also dumped in January.
Oh boy.
It is
Yep.
in the straight to video desert.
Well, it does say that it aired April 28th, 2007. So on the Sci-Fi Channel. That was the original release. Also, was 20th Century Fox involved in the other one?
I don't think
think
so.
It was.
It was?
It was okay.
I can't remember.
I'm like,
But anyways, we watched Lake Placid 2, so you don't have to.
So yeah.
I mean, you can watch it if you want. Basically, we're back to what is it? Aroostook County, Maine,
yeah,
which is the same place, same exact place that the other one took place.
yeah. So also, if you do want to watch it, it is available on the Roku channel.
The Roku channel.
Which is where I watched it with commercials.
Free with ads.
And I don't think I think it was probably better than when they showed it on Sci-Fi. As far as it had blood, like,
Yeah.
but
Would they have neutered it on the Sci-Fi Channel?
maybe because we watched this. This was recently though, so maybe it changed. We watched this Bring It On horror one that they did, and it had no blood in it, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so this has way more blood than that did, but they may have changed the rules over time.
I think that there was also a time where like you could do more on basic cable because it was like it's basically
Oh
HBO.
yeah, it was harder to get. Yeah. So okay, and so then Justin, how did you watch this?
Well, I will tell you that I bought the unrated DVD.
Oh
Hell yeah.
One, because it was unrated, and two, because there were some special features on it, but they were kind of stupid. But we can talk about that. But yeah, I was going to say that this movie is so far out of these sequels that we've got to, the one that looks most like an Air Bud film, but has people getting killed by crocodiles and boobs.
boobs.
Yeah.
Fully nude boobs.
That's the real reason you bought the DVD.
That's why you
I
bought
did
it.
not
You had
know
no
this.
other
I
way
did
in
not-
which to see naked boobies.
I have no, I was like, I gotta watch
California
Lake Placid
passes an
2.
age verification law.
Like
Straight to the
Placid 2
unrated DVDs.
start flying off the shelves.
I honestly didn't think that that's what it was going to be because it was like a TV movie. So why would they like film extra moments with boobs? I don't get it. I thought like
You thought I was just getting more blood.
more blood, like more gruesome
Sure.
kills, but I don't think that's the case. Because I watched, to grab some clips that I got, I had to go to the Roku one.
Oh, okay.
And I clicked through and I was like, yeah, there's an entire scene that doesn't exist. That's only in the unrated, where there's like a guy and two girls that go skinny dipping, and like the whole point of the scene is just for them to slowly take their shirts off, and then they all go in, and the girls like get eaten by the crocodile before he noticed what's happening, and he's like, "Where are you?" And then he gets eaten. as
I'm
well.
just thinking about how grim it is that like so many productions at that time, probably for sci-fi, that there was all these actors that did like nude scenes and they were just never in the movie, and they're just like, why'd we do that?
No, they don't care because they were all like, I mean, I don't know what the economy was like in Bulgaria then, but this is all Bulgarian.
Yeah.
And I could not find confirmation, but I am really convinced that 3 to 4 of the speaking actors were completely ADR because the people had too heavy of Bulgarian accents.
I kind of felt like everyone
The entire
was
it seemed like that they maybe hired a sound
no
person
sound,
who was just like, oops, I forgot.
Yeah.
didn't hit record. Yeah.
But it did sound like it was all ADR, but there were things with like John Schneider and the main lady that I was like, that is actually them. Whereas some of the people, you're like, that is not even that person.
No, I think that they went back and did ADR in their own voices.
It was like,
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that some of the people, I think, because I looked at who the actors are too.
Sure.
The Bulgarian actors that have never been in anything else.
Absolutely.
And so I'm pretty sure that they got completely dubbed.
Yeah, but even like the guy who plays Thad or whatever, who's been in like a million TV shows and stuff, even his stuff looked like it was like not matching the mouth.
No, it didn't. This whole movie didn't look
I was
like
like,
it matched.
what happened here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like the sloppiest made movie I've maybe ever seen in my life.
Wow.
It's kind of amazing, like down to the sort of. There's no like cause and effect between scenes. It's like hard to even talk about.
Yeah.
There's like no stitching between the scenes. The alligators. Is it alligators or crocodiles?
It's a crocodile.
It's a croc. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
They
to
even
my
say that. In
alligator. The crocodiles arrive silently, and then you turn around and they're there. And we'll be cutting back and forth between scenes because they're happening at the same time. And one of them is pitch black 4 a.m. and the other one is 7 o'clock on a nice evening. It's just the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
By the way, have you seen the original?
Yes, which I think you guys were too down on, by the way.
that
That is a good movie.
We were kind of like,
a good movie. But if it's coming after Anaconda's better. So if it's like Anaconda's great.
we were like, where were the deaths?
And Lake Placid is fun. You pointed out though, and you were correct. The cast is amazing, and I think that's immediately where this one turns on, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a different experience. I didn't know that this one was straight to sci-fi, straight to DVD.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. I thought this was a theatrically released.
Oh, boy.
And then I was like, wait a second, it's 10 years later essentially, and as it's introduced in the cast, I was like, I've never heard of any of this.
Yeah.
Until Cloris Leachman showed
Yeah.
You're
and
like,
I was
what?
like, oh, okay, sure. She does give the best performance for
Yes.
sure.
Yep.
But pretty bad.
The very first scene she's in, I was like convinced that like she was never on the same place with these people.
Yeah.
But then later on, it's like, okay, she was there. I see.
So it's time for you guys to eat crow because you bet down hard that there would be absolutely no connective tissue, like from the last movie. You said it was going to be a different lake, a different crocodile, and a completely different cast with no
Said
connections.
it was going to be at a summer camp.
And it didn't go as far as I wanted to. We never found out what happened to the original crocodile. Or
But
how
there
it
was
got
a shrine to Betty White.
There was a shrine to Betty White.
It's apparently her
the
sister.
same lake, supposedly.
Presumably, this is the babies, right? Presumably,
Yes.
this is
That's
the babies
heavily
from
implied that
movie
these are the
one.
babies.
and that they were eating growth hormone meat or something.
Yeah, and then they even they talked about the events of the first movie too, because it's been 10 years, so nobody really remembers. But they're like, no, there was something a long time ago, you know.
That's the most plausible thing about this movie is that 10 years ago, no, didn't happen.
Yeah, I know.
One of my favorite bits about that is that Betty White and Cloris Leachman have a long-term friendship and sort of movie persona relationship and stuff. They were both on the Mary Tyler Moore Show together. They've been very catty. I love you, fuck you, frenemies forever. And for them to be that's who we'll cast.
It's pretty funny.
is pretty inspired.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I got to give it some flowers for that.
Fair.
And we
wonder if they
saw her in Herbie Goes Bananas.
Oh, yes.
Oh, indeed.
That's right. I knew we had seen her somewhere, but I'm I couldn't put my finger on it.
I have to imagine that Betty White, she was still alive at this time. She got the call and she was just Cloris will do it.
That was her final insult to Cloris Leachman.
No.
Oh, straight to TV. Never think.
I don't know.
She lived for another 20 years after this.
Got zero residuals.
Never aired again. Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, what do we need? We need the exact same combination of people to fight these crocodiles.
Well,
No, it's a slightly different combination.
Yeah. Now we
Ever so
have
slightly different.
quote unquote hot teens.
Teens. Yeah.
Hot teens.
They're 40 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. The son of the
Legitimately.
sheriff
Yeah.
Bo Duke himself, John Schneider.
Yes.
Yeah, John Schneider, just
He's fine.
looking back, I didn't know anything about him when Smallville started.
Yes.
But I remember distinctly like Smallville being like the first show that I saw where I was like, the dad is kind of hot.
He's the dad in Smallville. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first show I remember being like, oh, the dad can also be hot. Like I just don't, I did not. And then obviously Smallville, and he I think goes away in like season 5 or something like that.
Yeah, Superman just lets a tornado kill him.
Great.
No.
Don't save me, Sam.
So like I did a deep dive because I kind of remembered. I was like, I thought he like went to jail, and so I went back and looked, and I remember he did Dancing with the Stars one year. Also, Cloris Leachman.
I also love I want to play a game where it's just every Dancing with the Stars candidate, and it's like you have to play. Here's their career timeline. Place where jail falls. Is it before or after Dancing with the Stars?
He did Dancing with the Stars, and then a couple of years later, he had to go to jail for like 5 days because he didn't pay his alimony to his ex-wife. And they interviewed him. He was basically like, yeah, I can't pay it, so I'm going to jail. Sorry.
It's not very Pa Kent of you.
Yeah. And so he only ended up being in jail for like 15 hours or something like that because of the overcrowding. But I remember that. And now he's like a hardcore, not good conservative person who he got in trouble actually with the Secret Service because he tweeted, I think, that like Biden should be killed and so should Bo or something like that. It was like something where and it was like specific enough that the Secret Service was like, no, your idle threat is actually too specific. Because he like said, I forget why.
You have to go back to jail for another 5 hours.
He said like you should be exploded and something. Like he was like specific about it.
Yikes.
So yeah.
I think you can draw a fairly direct line from a gentleman who is not paying a woman the money that she is owed and that outlook on life.
Yeah. So anyways.
Yikes.
So yes, Cloris Leachman, but also he is like really the only other name in this movie at the time.
Yeah.
I watched this with my wife, and she did start calling him a hot cop pretty quick. He's very handsome.
He is, and he has charm in this movie. Like he's not bad.
He's incapable of taking anything seriously.
Yeah.
But he is very charming while he does it.
Oh, my son. Oh, I guess that sounds bad.
There's a lot of scenes where like,
oh, you're a loser. I'm gonna go hit on your girlfriend first.
if you don't fuck her, I will.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. People will come up and
Smarten up, you dumb shit. Yeah.
The crocodile starts eating people, and then someone's like, "Hey, hot cop, how you doing?" And he's like, "I'm pretty good." Well, people are getting eaten by crocodiles, but I'm pretty good. Like,
he's like, I gotta.
The entire movie.
He does say something about like, I gotta tell someone that their friend died or whatever, or their husband died.
They do.
There's like barely any reactions to the people, anyone dying.
Couldn't be bothered.
I know.
We talked a lot too about how the Bill Pullman thing in the last movie was like, will they or won't they?
Yeah.
Will they, won't they? And then they ultimately like don't really do anything. They just kind of drive off into the sunset together. But this one, they start out already being like, oh, like you're my ex hookup or girlfriend or whatever. Even though these people are a full 20 years apart. I mean, which, like we said, he does look pretty good. So it's like not the worst thing in the world, but also like, then at the end, like they start making out for no reason.
Yeah,
like
right after they all have blood all over.
Yeah,
themselves.
they're like, like
not a lot of lads up at the lake, Elis.
I just blew up a crocodile. Let's fuck.
Yeah. So it is ostensibly the same lake in the same county.
Yep.
But the geography of this lake has changed completely because it's got islands now, sandbars, little like
marsh
moors,
areas,
marsh
giant
areas
nests that crocodiles definitely build.
Yeah. A whole lot of extra woods compared
filled
to
with
the one we saw
scrambled
before.
eggs.
And also like other small lakes nearby, and then also like the town they do say at one point like nobody really lives on the lake except for Cloris Leachman, but he lives really close to it because they show like the son and the other girl, unless that's another
You
small
have now
lake.
thought of this more than the screenwriters of the movie.
I know.
That is true.
I know.
They do presumably live pretty close by, And yet they're like, we're gonna sleep in tents. They're like, we just killed a giant crocodile. We don't know if there's any more of them. Please pitch your tent in the middle of the rainstorm. Why did we drive home? And why did we go home? What are you talking about?
And in this movie, they aggressively attack people on land all the time.
That's right.
Yeah.
All the
Mostly
time.
on land.
Mostly on land.
Silently while casting no shadow.
Yeah.
There is a scene where like the crocodile is like trying to get that guy out of the tent, and there's a shot where it's like the crocodile isn't there anymore, but like he's still there. The tent is shaking, but you can't see it anywhere in the picture. I'm like, okay, they just ran out of money
just
on that
gave
one.
up on that one.
I was expecting for there to be like more practical crocodile stuff.
Yes.
Because I think that is one of the best parts about the first one. And again, did not know this was a Sci-Fi Channel movie going into it. So I was not expecting the like drag and drop. Like
There were like
early
two
assets.
times where there was a real head.
They
There's
seem
like-
to have gotten a pool floaty.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. There's a pool floaty at one point, and then I think there's just like the jowls that you see
Yes.
kind of opening at one point.
There's a
too.
scene with the guy running out of the water where it's like floating behind him, and it looks so fake. It looks so fake.
I feel like that this is, as the series progresses, as we get further into Lake Placid, we're going to see less and less practical. Like there's a chance that this is the most practical effects
I was
that
shocked.
we will see for the rest of the series.
I was kind of shocked that there was even anything in the water.
Yes,
and
me
then
too.
And yeah, there is one that's like just sits still on land for 2 seconds. I think.
Yeah.
Now,
Very weird. Very weird.
although we did have complaints about like why are they trying so hard for this love connection? Why couldn't it have just been some other cop? And I do think that like why are we don't overcomplicate it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one where I'm like, no, I'm expecting these people to be in love at the end of it.
Yeah.
I'll be sad if they're not.
Yeah.
I'll be sad if they die, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I think by making it characters that all pretty much already knew each other rather than
Yeah.
like these people have all come from different government agencies and they're all meeting each other for the first time. Be like, no, they're all pretty local. They all at least know of each other. And so, I don't know. It allows you to do more of the thing where he's like, hey, come on, like my son is out there with the crocodile. And she's like, oh, okay. You know, like there's more stakes.
Yeah.
Sure.
I suppose. I do feel like with the hunter guy, they were like, you know what? Let's hire someone who sounds like Brendan Gleeson, but not in the same role for the crazy hunter guy
It took
role.
me several scenes to like figure out what accent he was even going for.
It's like
Was it
very-
Irish? What did you
It
say?
was
I
either
don't know.
Irish or Scottish, right?
Yeah,
but like
it's very odd.
it was definitely the first time he spoke, I thought he was just American. The second time he spoke, I thought he was Australian. And then I started being like hearing British / Irish, Scottish, something. Yeah.
I found the choices with this character to be absolutely insane.
Yes.
Please elaborate.
Okay.
So this is our millionaire guy. Yeah.
This is our millionaire guy, and
Jack Struthers.
before he showed up, and I was like, "Is he also going to try to be fucking these crocodiles and smooth them like Oliver Platt? Is it a weird Egyptian thing?" He's like, "No, he just wants to kill animals." Okay, so he flies in, and there is a wild subplot with
where he
his.
has a slave.
He has a slave.
He
Yes.
has a slave.
Straight up has a slave.
Who earns his freedom and immediately
dies. Yeah.
Like that.
That
was the
rough.
craziest
There
part
was
of it.
at one point where he finally told him off and he was like kind of becoming a cool character. I was kind of like, this movie could really turn it around if they let
Yes.
Ahmed live. And then he immediately died.
I
was
was
his
so
name, right?
shocked because you're right. I was
Ahmad.
Ahmad, sorry.
I was not into that trope and the fact that it was in my Lake Placid movie for some reason, but that scene where he's like, "Hey, fuck you, man!
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
get your own water
Steaks.
bottle.
Yeah.
Go get your own
Don't
mutated
say-
steak." Like I was like,
Okay, yeah.
And I literally, I swear to God, I had the thought to myself, like, this movie could turn it around if they let him live. And then he died.
do they let him live?
No, he dies, and then Struthers is just like, "Where's Ahmad?" And that's the end of it. That's the end of it.
They don't
They
don't
don't,
tell
even,
him?
they don't even say like he just got eaten.
Yeah.
They're just like, where do you think he is? Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about Ahmad. We have to talk about the pile of burnt hash browns he's got on his arm. Because I was like, what do I think this looks like? And I finally decided on
Those crazy
burnt
scars.
hash browns.
Yeah, it looked like that, or it looked like it was just cake frosting, honestly.
The arm one was so egregious.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
actually they all were, but the arm one was just so big that it was kind of just like, what was this even supposed to be?
It's supposed to be a lion attack wound.
No, it turns out that 2 of them are because that
He was
guy
shot.
Yeah, that was a great twist, actually.
I agree.
Point blank range.
No, there was some stuff there where I was like, I've never seen this story done like this before. There's a few like random twists while they're all hanging out in between croc attacks.
Yeah.
Like dealing with an elementary school, for
Like
example.
this,
Oh
like
my
this
God,
one,
okay, yeah.
I have a clip of it.
He's failed every flight test known to man. He's crashed 3 times already. Once was even into an elementary school. Poor kids.
Those poor kids. It's so sad because they ask him if he's a good pilot. He explains this whole thing and they don't even listen to him. And John Schneider's like, huh? What'd you say? And he's like, he just told you he killed an elementary school full of children.
That's the John Schneider character. Is the whole time he's just like daydreaming about his wiener or something. And then Ahmed's telling him the story and he's like, what'd you say? And Ahmed's like,
Never mind, man. Yeah.
So that was Ahmad. And so the story is Ahmad was rescued by this rich hunter guy. He was being attacked by a lion. The hunter guy shot the lion, rescued him. He's been this indentured servitude slave guy forever. And we learned that while he was trying to kill the lion, he shot the kid twice.
Yeah.
And was still
That's
like,
2 of his prominent scars.
yeah.
He pointed at the exact ones.
This one and this one.
Yeah.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
He does get to kill one first, but
He does. He does.
But then he
Does he
die.
go down? I think he kills 2 of the alligators, right? 2
I
of the
think-
crocodiles?
I think he definitely
does-
fully kills one, and the other one he either killed or gravely injured. I don't know. Yeah.
He gets the
one
harpoon.
that kills him.
He gets the
Yeah.
harpoon in it. Yeah.
It does
fucking
say
warrior,
something that of the crocodiles were like, how many were there? How many died? Who can say?
This movie is so fucking like. There's a scene at the end where like a singular crocodile attacks like Scott, the son, and his girlfriend or his whatever soon-to-be girlfriend on land, and then they look out the window and see. I mean, the shot is so weird. It looks like there's like one definitely going into the water, and like maybe a bump of another one, and then you hear him go like, "Oh my God, there's 4 of them."
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Where? There was only one attacking you. Also, like you ran into the house and closed the door, and that was enough to hold back this fucking giant crocodile.
I like too how when that I can't even remember his name, the like bully guy was about to get killed by the crocodile, they were like, don't run, he's too fast, he'll get you, so just don't run. And then there's like 5 more times after that where they're like, run, like it's coming at them, and I'm like, you just said there's no point in running, like.
Yeah.
Speaking of I guess maybe it wasn't the bully guy, but like the shitty boyfriend. One thing that this movie did do that I don't think I've ever seen in a movie that I enjoyed is when everyone's hiding out in the tree and sleeping, somebody just falls asleep and falls off.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I enjoyed that very much.
I agree.
Yeah, that never happened in Jurassic Park. Okay?
Does he fall? I can't remember. Does he land on the ground?
Yeah.
Does he land in like a pile of leaves? Does he land in the water? Where does he land again when he falls?
He
out of the
lands
tree?
on something
He lands on the
that
ground,
is
yeah.
that is soft.
He's like, wow, the ground is so nice.
But I feel like you full on see him hit the ground, and then the next scene, he's in a
Genuinely.
different
Yeah.
location.
Yes, when he hits the ground, he's behind a bush, so you
Yeah.
don't see exactly what he lands on.
Yeah.
There might be some sort of super high res production out there that also uses bushes to hide things that we don't want you to see. They're very useful.
No, speaking of that, though, I think there's a bush in the beginning that they forgot to put in, because there's this whole scene where we are introduced to his son, and the son has to live with the dad for the summer, which, by the way, that's another trope that is just like, oh my God.
You're 30 years old. Why do you have to go live with your
Yeah,
dad?
so he's living with his dad for the summer.
My
and then
cell phone doesn't work.
his
here.
dad does this whole thing where he's like, if you don't talk to that girl, I'm gonna go talk to her. And so the dad drives over and talks to the girl. She turns around to look at the son, and he's like, oh, I gotta hide. He ducks down behind nothing.
Yeah.
He literally just squats where he was standing in full view of them, and then does it again a few seconds later, and there is nothing in front of him. So I was like, did they tell him, like, oh, we're gonna put a CGI bush
I
here
feel like
for
that
you
there
to
was
duck?
so much of that happening in this movie where I was like, no, we'll do it all in post. It'll be incredible.
There was a
Act
part
scared.
later on where I can't remember if it was a jump scare or a loud noise or something like that, but he also had to like fall over, and like it was the worst version of falling over I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know how to describe it. He tipped, he like jumped. It was the most crazy physical act I've ever seen in my life. And that's even worse. I think it was a different character, but later on they fall down a hill, and I think they just like swapped the footage, and it looks like he's falling up a hill instead. And I was just like, this is magic. This is crazy.
There's a lot of like you mentioned, copy paste things like with the crocodile. There's this one like really horrible shot of it like swimming up from the bottom of like up towards the top of the water, and I don't know if it was maybe just in that like naked scene or whatever, but they show it for like 2 seconds, and it looks like I don't know, like a clip art gif of a crocodile going like. And they show it later, like the full thing, and I'm just like, this is terrible.
I feel like Python.
Yeah.
Multiple times during the post-production of this movie, somebody again was, dude, you got to come over here. I didn't even realize iMovie could do this.
Yeah.
Whoa, we could reverse the speed of footage.
I don't know if this thought was finished exactly, but when Larry falls out of the tree,
Yes.
he does land on the crocodile.
Yes, he does.
And he doesn't notice it until the movie needs him to. And I would say the crocodile also doesn't notice it until the movie needs it to.
Yeah.
And then they go, Larry, don't move, man. And
he's like, oh fuck.
He gets eaten. Surprise.
I love that the idea that you're like, oh, this is so soft, this crocodile, and it's just like said the person that because that they never had any sort of physical prop on set.
They there is like a short like terrible behind the scenes thing where you can see that like anytime they were supposed to be on top of a crocodile, it was like a big like like a blue giant duffel bag tube or something that they were just laying on, like a huge pillow or something that got replaced. So I don't know.
Your crocodile body pillow.
Yeah, it was like just like a huge inflatable thing. It looked like.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I get why they did the CGI crocodile, but why did they have to make the plane CGI? Like, were there no shitty old planes in Bulgaria?
Wasn't it not CGI when it was like landed in the water?
No, I think it was 100% CGI.
I don't know. It looked.
I don't even know how they filmed them sitting in it, honestly, because
it did look all CGI.
It looked bad,
and I know that because it would disappear at times.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you would see a wide shot, and the plane would just be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it fly away because it comes back later.
And
it's
I don't.
gone.
This could have been part of the Roku channel's transfer, but also the plane was not mixed in stereo. So,
So it was only coming on one side.
That's
it was
incredible.
having engine trouble.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh my god.
because they didn't pay for the high price sound effects. Yeah. I did enjoy in that trailer when they did underwater. It made a submarine noise.
Yeah.
What's the submarine noise?
In the trailer he just played it, where it would like a boom, boom. Yeah.
I was thinking of like a klaxon. I was like, wow.
So when you talked about their, like, and when I read online that the unrated version had a naked boobies scene, I feared that it was the scene in which the lady for no reason just takes off all of her clothes except her underwear.
Oh, yeah.
So I was worried that in your version, maybe she actually like did take off all her clothes because I was like, oh God.
Do you guys think that's a standard procedure for Fish and Wildlife?
Yeah, it must be, right?
Let me just get naked and also she also seems totally unbothered about finding a severed head.
I know.
Well, she's basically naked too.
Yeah.
No, they. So it's like these totally unrelated characters that's clearly in a scene that you can just.
Is it like a cold open or something?
No, it's like after we go to the. It's like after the opening credits and blah blah blah. Before the sun goes off to party with those other guys.
Is it the son's friends?
No, it's totally.
So we never see them again in the movie.
No, they're in there. They're in there just to go like, we're gonna go swimming, and it's a guy and two girls, and they both take their tops off and they play around in the water. No, they don't make out, but they play around in the water.
Cost extra.
And then like while the guys turned around like, I'm gonna come join you guys, they like get killed by the crocodile, and then he turns around like, where are they? And he goes in and also dies. And that's it. But then also the other girl that's with Scott and Larry and those guys, she also like takes off her top.
Oh.
And you hear that because I watched the Roku one to see the difference too, and you hear him go like, the guy's like, don't burn my muffins."
My, like
and so
dirty
like
pillows.
Yeah, whatever. He's something stupid, but so you can see her boobs.
You mean just before the crocodile comes up and
eats her?
Well, nibbles at her feet enough where she's like, "Stop it,
Stop it, Larry."
stop it!" Like,
That whole scene was so weird too. Like Larry goes in the water, and then that other guy goes in, and they like wrestle around. Like I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, and then the other guy,
what's
it
going
looked
on?
like
Also
he
don't
had
kiss me.
either.
They should. Yeah, it seemed like they wanted to kiss.
They should.
The one guy, her
movie
boyfriend,
made the wrong
Thad or
choices.
whatever, it looked like he either had like a weird tuft of hair only on his like one peck by his nipple, or he has a third like nipple that never fully grew in or whatever. There was
don't know.
something on
That's
there. Like,
that's
very
why he's such a
pronounced.
bully.
Yeah, so it was weird.
I was just questioning their delightful horseplay. I was
Yeah.
like, is this guy? Does this guy have a secret crush? What's going on?
They're
Yeah.
grab-assing in
Yeah.
the water.
That's
But
how I play.
that guy Larry
in the lake with my friends.
Honestly, I felt like the scene where what was her name, Rachel or whatever, the scene where his girlfriend dies and he escapes, I was like, that was actually the most scared like acting of anyone in the entire movie. Like that was the
he's
only
the best
time
of
that
the
I was like,
kids.
he
Yeah.
was actually scared, like, or he managed to actually look scared.
And it is cool to see her like fully on the towel, get pulled into the water, and then it's just a pool of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a cool shot.
Yeah.
For this movie.
So that was my controversial take about this movie is that I do think it actually has better kills than
Oh, I see what you're saying.
the first
but
Lake Placid movie.
I don't know if I agree.
You know what my favorite?
Way more.
Yeah,
Oh,
way more.
definitely way more. It's like quadruple the kills.
Yeah.
You know my favorite kill?
Which one's that?
You probably forgot about it because it's like
Is it when Cloris Leachman tells the reporter, "Look at the geese"?
and that guy just gets like splined into the water. No, my favorite one is the guy in the very beginning in the boat. Remember when he just gets knocked into a tree and falls in a pit and apparently dies, and then never mentioned again.
No, he's the head they find later.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's
That
the
was
other
way
guy.
after that. He dies way after that. The head part, he was with them for the head part. The guy with the red hat.
Oh, that guy. I thought you meant his partner.
the
in the beginning of the movie.
the crocodile bites off the arm of one of the other cops and then
Yes,
just like
yeah, yeah.
knocks this guy
That
into
guy
a tree
does,
and
yeah.
then they go check his pulse and that's it.
Yeah, I
thought he was just gonna be like knocked out. I didn't know he was gonna be dead.
I was like falling asleep and I was trying to stay awake and
He had
when
a heart condition.
I didn't think I had like fully fallen asleep, but then later on I was like, what happened to that other guy? Like, and then I had to like
just
look on
disappears.
Wikipedia and be like, it said he died from a fall, and I was like, oh, I guess he died back then. Like, I don't know, like, because I only realized it when she started saying like they died because of me. I was like, who is they? Like, I mean, it could have been like a non-binary
yeah.
person.
Yeah. He
But I
falls
was like,
into
wait,
that-
were there multiple people?
It's possible that you didn't fall asleep, that you just saw it and you did not register that he had died.
I
in
might
that.
have, yeah, I might have.
He falls into that pit that they were like holding the boar over for a
Yeah,
trap.
okay.
And then, this guy's like,
This here's what we call a 4-point granny.
What?
Fuck
A what?
all the way off.
I just watched this movie. I could not identify which character that was to save my life.
A 4-point granny?
okay, remember right before the guy with the red hat gets hit into a tree and dies?
This is like cold open.
No, this
No,
is
no.
like way in. This is like when they're hunting. This is when they're hunting the crocodile. The guy has like the sheriff has like an automatic. The sheriff has like an automatic air rifle that shoots like.
This is the grenade launcher.
No. But he has like
Oh,
he has
the
a
darts.
trank. He has like
Yeah.
a trank gun that shoots like automatic darts, like the fastest I've ever seen in my life. Most trank guns is like you get one shot and you gotta load it in. It was like a paintball gun that shoots trank darts, and they shoot so many tranks, and then like the alligator comes up and they're like, "Oh fuck!" And then it's like, oh, they're like, "Oh wait, look at he's falling asleep," and then the one cop is like, "Don't worry, guys, I got this."
This here's what we call a 4-point granny.
That's right.
He's like,
I don't get it.
He's like, I learned this in the Boy Scouts.
And then they all
Oh,
start
okay.
backing away immediately because they're just like, he's gonna
Nuts,
die.
nuts.
They completely
Okay.
forgot.
And then he's like, "What the fuck?"
I am
bites his
laughing
arm off.
so hard because we all just watched this movie and
Oh, we
I
can't
retain.
remember it.
I was
retain
like, I'm
none
pulling
of it.
clips like, I don't know.
I retain none of it.
Oh boy.
That's what I call it, 4-point granny.
It takes effort to have
that-
something leave no impression.
That was the other practical crocodile prop that he's like tying.
That's true.
The only other time.
The reason I ask like about the earlier kids and if we see them later is because that's exactly how this movie treats all of the characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do just come and go, because the way it's set up is the two younger ones, Scott and the cute neighbor Carrie, they are hanging out by themselves, and then all of a sudden, like, three
That guy,
friends.
oh my God.
Yeah,
who
her
are soon to get
boyfriend.
murdered.
Yeah.
They all show up and they're like, "Hey, what's up, guys? We've been here the whole time. We're hanging out at the lake today."
The
Remember?
boyfriend in particularly feels like he materializes out of nowhere.
like out of nowhere.
They just like turn back and it's like, "Hey, babe." And you're like, "Where the fuck is this guy?"
And then they get to the side of the lake, and there's like crushed beer cans.
Yep.
It's like nasty brown sand, and they're like, "Finally, we made it to the promised land." They're like,
Yeah.
they're like so hyped when
Yeah.
they get to the
They
edge of
are
the
really
lake.
like, "Fuck yeah, this
like,
is
dude,
the shit."
Even though they live
Gorgeous,
right
man.
by the lake.
right by the lake.
It's like sandbar.
Right by the lake. It's a nasty sandbar that you go to fuck, and they're like, "Here we go." It's
It's
I thought they were
Hawaii.
heading to like another party, but then the camera pans over and it's like, "There's nothing. There's nothing."
Oh my god.
We barely brought enough towels.
Another dirty lake for us to swim in.
Yeah, like we have every day of our goddamn lives.
We living in lake life,
River style.
river style.
I wrote down some of the random strays that get thrown out in this movie.
what?
Proceed.
So first of all, in the Lake Placid universe, 9/11 did happen because the reporter is accused of wanting to create a fake story that the missing people are possibly part of an Al-Qaeda jihad.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Buzzword. But then I don't really know
2007.
Yeah.
because later on, Cloris Leachman says that she named one of the Crocs George Jr. because George W. Bush is so stupid or whatever.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like, "I named him George Jr. because the president is so slow."
Yep.
Which is interesting. I forget what the context was, but somebody does say gay ass early
They
on
do.
in the beginning. We get a Jeff
context is
Foxworthy dig
Oh, yeah.
at some point.
Yeah, what was that?
I think they were like basically.
He was calling him a hick, and then the hick
Yeah.
was
Oh,
he's
like,
like, "Why don't you go
Jeff,
open for
Jeff
Jeff?"
Foxworthy's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Why don't you just open Jeff Foxworthy?" Like, "Oh, I love Jeff Foxworthy." Anyways, that was random.
I feel like both of those are fine.
The other croc was named Martha in honor of Martha Stewart. I don't. Is this before or after?
And she
It's
was
gotta
like,
be
"Just
after.
because she's a bad bitch," or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't remember what
Yeah,
she
where
said.
does this fall in her prison sentence?
Yeah, I think it's got to be either after or during.
New
but,
party game, guys. I think we have something there.
Yeah. And then finally, well, maybe not finally, but my favorite one was the hometown buffet reference.
Yes.
And I don't know, like,
That was pretty funny.
does anyone have any nice memories of going to hometown buffet?
Yes, I do.
I do too.
Yes, I do. I loved it. And then I tried to take my wife there, and she said, "I don't eat like a raccoon." She was like, "No, never." And number one, I felt ashamed, and number two, I laughed my ass off when that joke came up in the movie.
Yes.
I don't think I've been to hometown buffet, but
What?
we had old country buffets where we went to,
Oh, okay.
in the Midwest.
Well, the hometown
OCB?
buffet was like walkable
okay.
from my school. It was a little bit of a walk, but it was walkable. So on days when we had like the stupid half-day summer school classes that like you had to go take health and like sex ed and
Yeah,
career
yeah.
planning because you were too busy taking like
Typing.
Yes.
APs and band
Yep.
during the year. So all of us had to take these like half-day.
I did this.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And so we would get out like, 1 or 2 or something and walk to hometown buffet and then pay our $9 or whatever it was and then loiter there for like 5 hours eating soft serve ice cream, like that kind of a thing.
So much chocolate milk. The big chocolate
Jesus
milk
Christ.
machine.
So I was just like, oh my God, yeah, those were the days.
So hungry you could eat an entire hometown buffet. That's
Yeah.
what she says in the movie.
Speaking of what these things eat, so the crocodiles do eat beef that's rejected by the FDA.
Yeah.
That is such a throwaway thing.
Yes.
And I need you guys to track that for later
Yes.
later entries in the franchise.
And
if
they
that's where
can
this all began.
smell that. She opens the freezer, they're like, "Oh my god, there's so much growth hormone in this meat." How would they
don't
know?
get to look in the freezer. Oh, man. Okay, Cloris Leachman, she's taking over the Betty White mantle. She's feeding the crocodiles. She's living it up.
But she's straight up murdering people.
And at one point, she's like, "You guys want to see what I'm feeding these crocodiles? Come back to my back way. I'll show you my freezer." She opens the freezer. We do not get to look inside. And every character is like, "Oh my God." Like, and I'm like,
they're having the largest reaction of their acting in this movie to this freezer.
Is it human body parts?
Yeah.
Or is it like the nastiest looking meat from like
I think it's just like rancid. I think she just doesn't get rid of it as much as she receives it.
Just not plugged in.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this being able to smell the growth hormone was a joke because that person was like hippy dippy, right? Like, yeah, I don't know.
I will also say the thing I like about Lake Placid 2, better than I like about Lake Placid 1, is that she is actively killing people. It is not
messed up.
Subtle and like she thinks about it, but it is a more direct.
It sounds like she ran out of cattle and then
Yes.
started killing people and
That's right.
feeding that gross meat.
Ugh.
My favorite version of that is when Sadie, the old lady, is talking to Carrie and like kind of patching her up. You know, she just survived a few different crocodile attacks and she's dabbing her elbow a lot because apparently she's injured.
Crocs love elbows.
Just on her elbow where there's
This
no
was
scratch.
a weird scene.
It's basically, it plays out where Carrie, the young girl, is like, "Thank you for helping me." And then Sadie, the older woman, is like, "My husband died recently." And then the younger girl's like, "I just saw so many people get eaten by crocodiles." And then earlier she's like, "Do you have kids?" And Sadie's like, "Kind of." And then immediately the young girl is like, "We just almost got eaten by alligators. Alligators are Satan.
She's like,
Alligators
"Fuck those
Alligators are the
crocodiles."
ugliest, nastiest fucking creatures, and anyone who likes them deserves to die." And then Sadie immediately is like, "I'm gonna kill you," like right away. You just like see her like turn on a dime. She's like,
It was weird. That was like the most. That was the other like bit of kind of like good acting when she said like, "Oh, I had 2 kids, but I recently lost them." I was like, there was she somehow got like the hunted look behind her eyes when she said that line.
Good actress.
And I was like, well, I knew that, but like, I was like, but here?
Yeah.
All right.
you're
Like,
saying
I
I flew to Bulgaria. I might as well try.
I know. Like, it was wild. So anyway,
and then immediately she's like, "Come down to my dock. Look at those fish. I'm gonna push you in."
The white perch are so. Look at them. Put your face in them.
This is so funny. Well, and then we also get to see her like get the comeuppance that Betty White never had, and also like, well, I guess it's implied that Betty White did get killed off screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but she didn't really deserve comeuppance. I don't think she wasn't killing.
She
people.
wasn't killing people as actively. That's true.
She killed her husband, but
Well, that was
he
an
wanted
accident, allegedly. But yeah.
Yeah, but it kind of goes back to like, you know, the whole idea that so many movies have, and even like shows like fucking Tiger King or whatever. That like you think that you're taking care of these animals, but like they will just kill you as soon as they can. Like they do not have that memory.
Shout out to the movie Primate.
Yes. Okay, but that was a different circumstance. Okay, and then
Better
Larry, I don't know if you noticed, but he delivers one of our favorite sequel rights lines that we have because when he gets there, they ask him like, "What happened to your girlfriend? Like, what happened to Rachel or whatever her name is?" And he goes, "She didn't make it." Just like the Air
totally
Buddies
went
girl.
over my head. I missed that.
What happened to your parents? They didn't make it.
I thought you were going to say the other line because at one point we think that Larry dies and he shows up and they're like, "What's going on?" And he screams. It's very like run, get to the chopper. Like it's so goofy, but he's like, "We're going to die out here, man." And it's just like it's such a good delivery. He was pretty good.
He was good. By the way, he was in I guess The Rage Carrie 2 or something. But yeah.
We watched that.
We sure did.
And I remember all of it.
Yeah. So the other one, I think Scott is this actor Chad Michael Collins, I guess, who
Chad Michael
if we
Collins.
ever do get around to doing that sniper series that everyone he is the titular
He's the
sniper. And then I guess he's also the main character in all Call of Duty games.
All of them?
I think it seemed like it. Like,
Okay.
yeah. But
The 3 Modern Warfare ones. Yeah.
oh, okay, that's what I meant then.
Alex
I don't know the
Keller.
difference.
Who
Have
can
you played
forget
that?
Alex Keller?
I haven't. I actually, you know what? I played some of those, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I moved over to Battlefield.
Yeah.
Um,
So who else do we have to blame for this? The director?
The director for sure. Bulgaria.
Well,
So you know this is filmed in Bulgaria?
Yes.
I
Yes,
imagine? Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it said that on IMDb. Yeah.
yeah. Well, and it said it, I think. Oh, no, yeah, it was in IMDb.
And
It's also on the Wikipedia.
And
but you
shocking.
can tell that it was something just by watching the credits. You're like, it's
Yeah.
definitely not.
and when this was not
America.
Canada.
Yeah, because all the gaffers and all the people have like, very Slavic names.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the director David Flores, I guess, got his start making a movie that I guess maybe we should watch eventually called Boa and Python.
Yep.
And so because of that, whoever Sci-Fi was like, let's hire that guy for this. And he goes on to do more boas and pythons, I think.
He's got a great eye for it.
Yeah.
This is another one that I wonder what the impetus was for, almost 10 years later to be like, let's do a sequel.
Do you think
for TV?
the entire time this guy whose entire career was defined by snakes before and after this, the entire time he was just like, can we make the crocodiles skinnier and longer?
More snake-like.
Maybe. But I had never even heard of these series, Boa and Python. Like, I was like...
They may not exist. Who knows?
No, apparently they exist. I don't know.
That feels
Like-
even more like if at least this one came from like a theatrical movie that existed.
Yeah.
Like this does have a Scream Factory 4K.
Yeah.
And I cannot say the same for
Yeah.
Boa.
Boa and Python.
Yeah.
Boa
yeah.
and Python.
That's funny. Sounds like a buddy movie.
Yeah.
Buddy snake movie.
With jokes.
And then the writer went on to become basically like a producer of some of the worst reality TV shows that you no longer remember.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's great.
Like hundreds of them.
That's how you start. You just have a bunch of people. It's like, okay, you get naked. The crocodile's going to eat you. And we're going to go over here now. That's
Yeah. But,
Straight line from that to reality
Kelly
TV show
still
producer.
getting character spy and story credit
That's
or
right.
whatever. Yeah,
That's
whatever
right.
he gets.
Oh, man. What else happened in this movie? A bunch of crocodiles blow up.
Basically before every crocodile attack, there's a fake jump scare with a bunny rabbit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the bunny rabbit.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
It was a cute bunny.
It was a cute bunny. I don't know
I
if it
cared
was
more
the
about-
same bunny every time.
No, sometimes it was like that kind of long hair one that doesn't have as you know what I'm talking about with the
Yeah.
more has like
Right.
stick out hair that doesn't have as much shape, and then sometimes it was like a regular old bunny. It was always white at least.
The rabbit wrangler was all over the place.
I was more worried about this bunny dying than any of the characters.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I literally on the plane last night watched the Easter South Park episode with the cute bunny Snowball, and so then as soon as I got home, I had to watch this movie, and I was like, "Oh, bunny, protect him."
I think my main takeaway from this movie, and it may give a hint to what this rating system may be, but is so in the first movie, Oliver Platt has like these giant canvas tents that like they look like safari tents. They even have like a dance party in them. Like that's how you're setting up camp. And this movie wants to echo that same vibe for their very rich hunter. And what he has is an easy up with windows. And they struggle to set it up
Yeah, he wants to
for a long time.
be able to see the sunrise.
And I think that is the exact metaphor.
Well, when Ahmad is setting it up for him too, he's like, "Oh, turn it because I want to see the sunset going this way." And Ahmad's like, "No, you can't put the opening uphill because if it rains, it'll flood or whatever." But also, like, you don't do that with any tent because it's going to fill up with like dirt and other, stuff.
It's
and,
also an
stupid?
easy up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. And then everyone else just like unclear how many other tents there were and if the sheriff and the girl were sharing a tent. It was all unclear.
Oh, they definitely ran out of the.
Yeah, they ran out of the same tent. Yeah, but it's not remarked upon.
No,
Yeah.
They were in there.
That's what I thought. Yeah, because they like run out really quick and it's the same tent. Right?
Again, to Matt's point, why didn't they just go home?
It's so close. I know.
It was very nearby, and your cars were not stuck in the mud. I promise you. I also liked that she's a fish and wildlife game person, right?
Yes.
Emily, the sort of hot sheriff's old flame, new flame. Her whole thing is she's like, it's not quite we can't kill the crocodiles, but it's like we need to do this humanely. She hates the hunter because he is explicitly here to kill the crocodiles, and by the end of it, she stabs a crocodile and is so fucking excited about it.
Yeah.
She's hiding in a log.
I got it.
The crocodile jumps on the log. She stabs through the log, gets it in its soft underbelly, and is just like
There's blood
reborn,
everywhere.
dude.
Yeah.
She's like
But
so
by
stoked
then
about
she
it.
already has the eggs packed up, right? So maybe she doesn't care.
She's moved on.
Yeah.
That's right. If it is about extinction and stuff, she's
Yeah.
like, well, we saved the family line. Like, we're good.
I love how like these eggs were like ready to hatch because you hear them doing the little like whatever tweet thingy. But when Dad breaks the eggs, there's just like yolk in there. There's no like little, forming. I don't know what. It's not a fetus if it's in an egg, right? Embryo. There's no like little like about to hatch creature. It's
Yeah, he's just like
yolk.
You know what kind of eggs these are? Scrambled, and throws it against a tree, and you're like, wow, cool guy.
I don't think you're gonna survive this movie. Dad.
I also took this line from him because I thought it was really funny.
Don't start something you can't finish. It'll be your darkest hour.
Darkest hour.
It'll be your darkest hour. Like, what the fuck?
He said that we're wearing a very tiny, not even like a wife beater, like spaghetti strap wife beater with the hardest nipples.
His nipples were so prominent
They
the
were
entire
so
time.
hard, dude, the whole time.
He was ready for action.
And like early on, before I knew about the Bulgaria thing, I thought it was Canada was the culprit.
I mean, we're safe to assume that usually in a
but
sequel
then I
rights
was
movie.
like, would they ADR an entire person just for Canadian accent? Like, were the
I don't think
Canadian
so.
accents that bad that
I
they
don't
had to
think
ADR these entire people? But it makes sense that if it were a Bulgarian accent,
Yeah.
maybe they would have had to do it more. Or not, actually, it doesn't make any sense because people can just have accents anywhere that they live in America.
Yeah.
But if you want it to be this thing, fine. But yeah, originally I was like, how bad could the boots have been? Sorry. Could
Could have been all French,
Yeah, maybe they were like French Canadian.
not French,
But yeah.
like our good friend Frenchie.
Yeah.
French Canadian.
The only other thing I had to say about this movie was I think there is some genuine scale to a lot of the boat stuff. Like, I was surprised that they could afford a boat. They definitely did not afford a plane, which we established, but there are some boats in here. And I think my favorite part, and you can tell the most expensive part of the movie, is when it's like this sort of we're going to go do Jaws now. Like, we're going to shoot the croc and anchor the croc and wear it down and stuff. And two of them are in the boat. That's when we hear the Ahmad story. The guy who should not be flying the plane is flying the plane. And I just think, like, in that scene, there's like some good, like, okay, cool, this is a movie.
We're doing a thing. Yeah.
We're doing a thing. We have a plan. We're oriented into what's going on. And then I actually think that scene ends really well, where somehow they got this giant harpoon thing to mount onto the local sheriff boat.
Yep.
And I don't know where it came from, but Ahmad popped it up, screwed it on, ready to go. We got some heavy artillery.
It was clearly in that CG plane.
Clearly. And he accidentally, and I don't know how this happens, but it accidentally discharges and shoots the plane.
Yes.
So the plane is anchored by the boat, and they're like, oh, fuck.
No,
And
I
they
think
just-
what happened was that the guy was flying so shittily, he flew between the crocodile and the harpoon.
Yeah, because he was like trying to just ram it with the plane.
That is what the
I don't
visuals
think
were
it,
trying
like,
to
accidentally shot off.
They were trying
Ahmad
to
was
convey
gonna
that.
hit the crocodile, and the guy driving the plane ruined it.
Yeah.
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 so funny.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
had no idea. Thank you, because I was like, how did they shoot it again?
No, yeah, he was on track. And, yeah.
He came in.
Yeah.
But I do like that he gets shot, and I like that he flies away, and I like that he's anchored, and I like that the two people on the boat are like, we got to get off the boat now.
Yeah.
And then the plane just explodes, and this nice little CGI dummy tumbles into the water.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. And then there's a whole conversation about like, God damn it, that's the second boat we've lost. What do you think we are? Like, we're just a rural town. We don't
like
have
the
boat
fact that
money.
they even had that conversation. He was like, I'm the sheriff and I'm thinking about the budget here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just
You're the
blew
good-
my 2 boats. Like, and the guy's like, okay, I'll buy you a new one. And it's like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
He is very he's
Got
like,
boat
okay,
money.
cool. I just needed to know you were going to buy it. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all I need.
I
That's
just
all I
needed
need.
some, you know.
I feel like that his nonchalantness transition to the work on set. I feel like I could see this director being like, let's do another one there, Keith. And he's like, nah, we're good.
I'll do it worse if you want.
Yeah, it's like, you got it.
Well, is there anything else to say about this?
I was going to say, my hope for the future is that it leans more into stupid stuff like this.
After a while, crocodile.
Like, if these movies are just going to get terrible, let's make them stupid.
Because like this
Like
one,
stupid fun.
This one does feel like it's in the sort of middle ground where it's like, did they know they were making a bad movie?
Right,
Did they
yeah.
set out to make a bad movie? Because in
No,
certain
that
ways,
supposedly no one ever sets out to make a bad movie. Isn't that the line?
I feel like if you're making made-for-TV sci-fi movies at this time, you know a little, maybe not at 2007, but you know a little bit of what you're doing.
because we're not to Sharknado yet.
No, we're not.
necessarily,
No.
But we've done a lot of pythons. We've done a lot of monster movies and stuff. But like, there was some of this where I'm like, okay, like. We don't have the jokes. We don't have the in a wild crocodile kind of like, hey guys, we know what's going on here. And this one did feel like I kept going back and forth where I was like, did they think they were making a good movie? Did they think they were making a bad movie? Did they just not have any money?
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
strange experience.
Thinking about this at the time, I was in film school and I was actively telling people, I was like, I'd be totally fine if I was just making made-for-TV sci-fi movies and I was just making shit with my friends for, like, that sounded really fun. And I was watching all of these at the time and being like, I could do better than that. I think with just give me no money.
They probably had a blast.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but you gotta go to
probably true.
Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
No
had a good time.
podcast.
Yeah.
It never happened. We never met.
That's right.
Didn't you meet Justin around this time? Yeah, you never would have met.
Yeah.
2007 is no, I was still in grad school.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Grad school times. But
I could have made Boa versus Python.
yeah. The only other thing I was going to say is clearly, we're talking about all this stuff in the movie, but the real story here is that it was a story of a father and son.
Oh, right. Yeah.
and with dialogue like this.
Besides, I think she kind of likes you.
She does like me, doesn't she?
That's the like reward for going through the adventure.
Just like me. Yeah, that was so stupid.
Yeah, they get 3 scenes together, and this isn't in the movie, but I'm not convinced they've ever met before. Like, I think it is like, hey, Dad, I exist, and I'm coming to stay with you for the summer, and they just like don't know how to talk to each other at all.
Yeah, when they meet,
But he didn't know if this kid was going to be 11 or like 33.
He still doesn't know. He still asks him, and he's like, I don't know.
it's like when they meet back up, he was like, "Oh my God, I thought you were dead. I didn't even know. I'm so glad you're here."
I know there's a few times in the movie where it's like we've totally forgotten about the son, and then he goes, "Oh shit, my son is out there."
Yeah.
Guess we got to go back into the woods.
There is it never ended up going, and who knows. But in a way, I wish I had seen this movie sooner, because there is a script out there in the world that I had to read many, many iterations of that is basically this father-son monster camping trip airplane thing. And if I had seen this before, I would have just been like, this is the plot of Lake Placid 2, so we cannot continue working on this, But, no.
I do enjoy this movie in that it feels like kind of like it sleepwalks through scenes, like it kind of falls asleep in the process of its own self-consciousness as a movie, and then it startles awake, and it's like, oh yeah, my son. Like let's go back to that. Like, oh yeah, like the crocodiles. We forgot about that. And it's like you're being trapped in the mind of somebody easing into senility.
That does seem like the target demographic.
That's right.
This movie is made for old people watching Sci-Fi Channel in the afternoon, or 6-year-olds watching Sci-Fi Channel in the afternoon,
or people waking up drunk at 3 a.m. and Sci-Fi Channel is still on.
This is very true. This is very true.
They fell asleep watching Dog Soldiers, and then this is on.
Yeah. They did have, stupidly, if you don't want to watch the whole movie, they do have on the DVD a special feature called Lake Placid 2, the gnawed up version, which is literally like the special feature is like 9 minutes long, and it's literally like they took the movie and fast forward, like, so they're literally fast forwarding, and the thing is like, and they stop. They stop. Where do you think they stop? They stop at all the kills and also all the boobs.
So it's basically like a smut film.
But it is. You watch the entire movie because they show it all in fast forward.
They really do just fast forward.
That's incredible.
No, it's literally like, and then it's like, oh my god, Robbie, boobs. Whoa, boobs. Oh no, I'm gonna need again. And then it's like, then it's just fast forward to the end, and that's it. It's very
so
odd.
funny. I mean,
not
this is
edited
like
or anything.
when I'll buy like a lot of like imported Blu-rays from the UK of like screwball comedies, and they're like, here's the 86-minute version, and then here's the 16mm one that we would sell, and it's the whole movie in like 25 minutes or something like that.
Right.
And I like to think that this is just them keeping
That's right.
up that historical.
Yeah,
precedent.
totally.
This is being an archivist. This is important.
I just thought it was funny because I clearly was like, okay, it's probably going to just stop at all the kills, or it's going to be a supercut of the kills.
The boobs.
But then they also slow the film down to regular speed for the boobs. Yeah. So stupid.
Like, how
That's so
bad,
not
how
up, man.
egregious were the
That's so
boobs? Does it
not
like
up.
zoom in and they're like slow-mo bouncing and stuff?
Are we
Or, like,
talking Bad
kind
Boys
of.
2 here? Or?
Yeah, if you could control
we can
the
watch it
fast
after this
forward.
if you want,
I don't want
if you
to.
want to see.
Not really.
No, it's just like it's there's time spent on it,
Okay.
but there's not like a song playing or anything.
Yeah, or doesn't
like
like
a
zoom in
song,
on
like-
nipples or something.
No,
like
but
that.
like all the male characters are all like, it's really stupid. I couldn't believe that it was an entire scene that's just not in the other version.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So weird. Very weird. Well, rating system?
Yeah. How many shitty easy ups would you give Lake Placid 2, the second one?
The second one. Still no mention of Lake Placid. God, this is a pretty bad one. I think I'm gonna go with 2.
Yeah.
I'll give it 2 easy ups just because I don't know, like
You have to have it could be
Josh
worse.
Schneider's like somewhat charismatic, but like
There's like 1 or 2 fun kills.
yeah. Cloris Leachman's
doing stuff.
is okay. I just feel like
Yeah.
she's not utilized as well as Betty White was.
They kill a reporter.
Yeah. That's, I don't know. It's just not very good.
No.
It's probably one, it is probably one of the worst movies we've ever seen.
But in a way, it still is a movie.
It's still a movie. Yeah, that's true.
And it has little offensive things here and there. The gay ass thing, and obviously the boobs thing is stupid, but nobody was raped for no reason, and you got one black guy. That's great compared to many movies we've seen. And he was actually an interesting character with a name, and
He does die as soon as he gets his freedom.
yeah.
I think we maybe passed the Bechdel test. I wasn't paying that much attention, but we may have.
I don't know.
Cloris Leachman and her when they're
It
talking
depends
about...
if you
If
consider
you
the
count the crocodiles men. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
It is George Jr.
That's true.
sharing their traumatic backstories.
Yeah. So, anyway, I also am going to give it 2 because, I do think it could have been a lot worse, honestly.
Yeah.
What did I give the last one? I can't remember.
I think we gave him 3s or something.
Anaconda does.
Oh,
Or
no.
Lake Placid.
Lake Placid. I think we went higher with Lake
We
Placid.
had to have gone higher.
I think you were 4.
Yeah, I got to go 3 for Lake Placid 2. I think that this movie, I laughed. I did have a little bit of fun watching this. It wasn't in so bad as good territory, but there were moments where it was not a complete slog to watch. Only because it was so poorly made and so indifferent to its own plot.
I'm like holding out hope that it can't get worse than this.
Oh, it can. I know that it can.
Well, I think it could story wise and action wise or whatever, but I think the CGI maybe can only improve.
That's hopefully.
Yeah.
We are moving forward in time.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
So
Matt, what about you?
Yeah.
Is that a 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
Yeah.
I give it one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to have any
You don't
ground to
have the
retreat
burden
to.
of-
I'm like, maybe there's a worse one out there.
I can dig a hole and claim this little spot to crawl into right now. It's insane. Like the dialogue is terrible. The performances are largely terrible. The CGI is atrocious.
Yeah.
Like it like I said, it's very poorly just stitched together in general. But I also fell asleep.
Yeah.
And so basically,
This is
I watched half of it and I fell asleep. And I was genuinely excited to finish it the next morning. I was like, let's see. It was like Saturday morning cartoons at that point. I was like, fuck yeah, like let's go back to the lake. And then I finished it. And again, it's really bad, but like, I don't know, man. It's not like an evil movie.
Yeah.
No.
That's my point too.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go back.
Is so low.
It's
For
so
men
low.
and movies. Not evil, good enough.
There was definitely a part in the film where I was like, I'm like over this. It's not fun. And I looked and it was like, there's still 42 minutes.
It was long as hell for 88
That's when
minutes.
I fucking
yeah.
turned it up. That's when I turned it. It was like halfway through, and I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, like surely it's done.
I don't think I can make it.
That's the official sequel rights recommendation is split it in 2 parts.
Yeah, or watch the not up version. It's only 9 minutes.
God, that's available to us.
It's only 9
my
minutes.
God.
But you got to buy the out of
No,
print.
there's no way that
Blue-
clip is not on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
But,
Man.
Or Pornhub.
It would have to be censored. Yeah, I was like, it's got nudity in it. So yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
All right.
What do we got next?
Do we know anything about how this did? By the way, I don't think so.
I don't think
I
there's.
think it's all been
anything-
erased from the.
They made 7 of them.
Yeah. So decent
So it
enough.
must have done enough ratings.
It has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, generally negative reviews citing an unoriginal plot and low budget special effects.
Okay.
But hey, you know what? My guess is that it. I mean, obviously, yeah, they made more. So one, it probably did okay in ratings. But my guess is that it probably sold a bunch of DVDs.
Yeah.
And rentals.
No,
still.
rentals are already gone, aren't they?
In 2007.
07, no.
Yeah, 07, you're still renting.
You're still renting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, either way.
How do you think this compares to Anacondas? I'm having trouble remembering, even though that was
Anacondas had
still
more
theatrical.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
They
You're
sent
right.
a boat over a real waterfall.
Oh, that's true. All right, we'll think about this later. With 3,
that one, yeah,
praise.
I don't think it's fair because that was a full budget theatrical film.
I would say that there's more likable people in this movie than there were in that movie.
Maybe.
Well, we can ask this question next week when we talk about Anaconda 3 Offspring, which is
Offspring.
the first of the
good.
straight to sci-fi or whatever, straight to TV versions.
I believe that there's a famous person in this one.
Oh, there sure is.
Yeah, okay.
This one, okay, so Lake Placid 2 came out 2007. 1 year later comes Anaconda 3 Offspring.
Mm-hmm.
We already know what the AI song is
Starring.
going
Do
to
you want to
sound
know?
like.
Do you want to know who the main lead star is? Or
Not
do you-
really.
Okay, I won't tell you. Don't look at my computer.
Yeah.
I'm not.
And then we get to stick with the anacondas for a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it'll be a while before we return.
We don't-
Crocodile.
Yeah, we wait 3. We wait
See
3.
you yeah.
The button just
You're
busted.
wild, crocodile.
Sorry, I was like looking up. There's the next Lake Placid movie is in 2010, so there's a little bit of time.
Oh.
And what's that one called?
Lake Placid 3. Nothing to go out. No hints. We didn't say we leave this movie with them driving off with a bunch of eggs to who knows where. But they're going to
last one
stop
ended-
for dinner first with a bunch of eggs. I don't know what they're
The
doing.
last one ended with a crocodile on a flatbed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like the
Going
same,
to Oregon.
It's the
Fingers
same
crossed
movie.
we still find out how that original crocodile got to the lake.
Could be.
I want to know.
Now it's like it's like the percentage of possibility ticked up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically the same movie, just lower budget.
Lake Placid 3?
No, this one.
Oh,
Lake
yes, it
Placid
is.
2.
Yes, it
It
is.
ends the same way, but instead of having a shot of a giant crocodile on a
Yeah, or having those
truck,
little babies.
they're just got some eggs in a backpack.
I wonder if this was like, this must have been the plan of in sci-fi. Like, what if we just made, which is just a wild incentive for like full-fledged production at this point. It's just like, we just need to make movies that are echoes of other movies. Like, they're not as high quality, everything's there, but they follow the same rhythms. We can put them in something familiar. People will watch it. And that was true enough at the time.
Now that we're seeing this, I'm kind of amazed that Tremors never got kicked out to Bulgaria. I think Michael Gross must have been like, I'll go to South Africa, but I will not go to Bulgaria. Like, because otherwise, why did they not?
Yeah.
You know, like.
I will say, too, the Lake Placid movies continue with the unrated situation.
Ooh.
But I don't think Anaconda ever has like an unrated.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Sorry.
I'll find out.
I mean, they had J-Lo in the first movie, so.
That's true. And that was rated PG-13 or whatever. All right. That's it. Next week, we got Anacondas. Sorry, Anaconda 3 Offspring. It's going to be all music by Offspring. Yeah. Matt Dartnell, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're like, do I want to say thank you? Maybe I don't. You made me watch this.
I had a genuinely good time watching this movie, despite the bad rating, despite the fact that this will end up, and I am saying this with confidence right now, this will be the worst movie I watched for our spooky October watches.
Yes.
It's going to be the bottom of the list.
That's great.
I know it.
That's great. I hope it is.
It's a nice crocodile-shaped pillow for everything to land on.
Nice and soft.
Falling into the rating system. So.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time. But before we go, we got to leave you with another
the email address.
sequelrights@gmail.com.
And also look for us on Instagram.
I'm just
Blue
ready
Sky,
to wrap it up.
YouTube. And also Facebook at Sequel Rights.
And rate, review wherever you're listening. Give us 5 CG gators.
Yes.
We deserve it.
5 fake ass CG Crocs, which is the title of this week's song.
Now go ahead, Justin.
I hope you guys enjoy the AI songs that we put at the end of this. You can listen to this one. It'll actually be up wherever you stream music Friday after you listen to this episode. It'll be up on there, so you can check it out again and enjoy this one. We'll see you guys next time for Anaconda 3 Offspring.
Welcome back to Aroostook County, Maine, where the sheriff's kid's out fishing again. But the lake's got teeth and it's hungry for fools, and every deputy's breaking the rules. We got Sadie and Struthers trying to look tough, but that CGI's looking way too rough. The croc's so bad it might just cry. It's like it crawled out of an old screensaver sky. There's a fake-ass CG croc gnawing on a fake-ass CG boat. Go fly your fake-ass CG plane into an elementary school. No big deal. Before your fake-ass head flies off, they said make it bigger and double the bite, but forgot to hire someone who could light. Every frame looks like a mid-2000s game, and somehow every death feels the same. Then out of nowhere, hold up, what's this? A random skinny dip scene that no one will miss. Like the script just said, we need something wild, and boom, they threw in a naked montage pile. There's a fake-ass CG croc gnawing on a fake-ass CG boat. Go fly your fake-ass CG plane into an elementary school. No big deal. Before your fake-ass head flies off. Betty White's long gone, but her spirit remains, feeding baby crocs in the rain. The sequel's meaner, cheaper, bluer, but nothing scarier than the director's humor. Wait, did we just see boobies in a Lake Placid movie? Yeah, that was unexpected. There's a fake-ass CG croc gnawing on a fake-ass CG boat. Go fly your fake-ass CG plane into to an elementary school. No